right now, if we fought, honestly, he'll have a better chance of beating me right now than a year or 2 years from now. And he knows that. He's a smart man. His coaches are smart. So I don't know if it's all on him or it's his peers or whatever trying to push him, like, get him now, you know, while he's still kind of green. And yeah, hey, I've been bullied my whole life, man, even in high school. And now, look, I didn't peak in high school. I've not even peaked yet. So when I peak, he's going to get this.
Let me tell you what that means. I can't beat Jon. And him fighting me when he's ready to really beat me, it's like, dude, don't open your mouth if you can't feel like you can't beat me right now. I would never say that about anyone. Like, oh, I'm not ready to beat him yet. I'm going to come back when I'm good enough to beat him. As if my skills are stagnant and I'm not improving myself. It's silly. What he basically said, and he just worded it how he wanted to, was, I cannot beat Jon. Anything else he said outside of that doesn't matter.
Do you feel like at some point your paths will cross, or you're not confident of that?
He knows where I'll be.
Robert Whittaker.
What about him?
Real deal or fake news?
Real deal.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nothing but respect for the guy?
I got nothing but respect for him. He seems like a stand-up guy. I can't wait to see him stump a mud hole in Adesanya.
The gap is not as big as people make it out to be. I mean, even think about it. What do you think? Boxers are suddenly completely different species. You know, they're the same humans as we are. Do you know what I mean? A lot of, if not all MMA fighters, spend a lot of time training with boxing coaches. They spend a lot of time on the pad. They hit pads the same way as the boxers do. They work on the bags the same way as boxers do. You know, a lot of MMA fighters, me inclusive, we go and spar boxers on a regular basis. So the gap is a lot smaller. I think I've showed that in my fight. And here, why not? Let's find out. You know, I want to have a boxing fight. I feel in this fight I represent the MMA fight as well. Like I said, I had to just box in this fight. This wasn't even as much of a bare knuckle, you know, as I would have liked it to be, because the clinch was not allowed. So I had to box him, and I outboxed the two-time world champion. So let's find out. Let me fight Amir Khan in a boxing fight, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay, so that leads to my next question. I mean, you're now 2-0 in bare knuckle, kickboxing background, and fought MMA more than anything. Is that what you want next? Is that the number one goal for you right now, Amir Khan, in an actual boxing match with boxing gloves?
Absolutely. You know, I love a challenge. To me, you know, bare knuckle was a new challenge. I went in there, I won. Then the second challenge was to fight a boxing world champion in Poli. I did that. I succeeded again. So now the next challenge, let's go into boxing. Let's see how I do there.
In a fight of this magnitude, such a big fight, a lot of people study the opponent, obviously. Sometimes people even talk about who the referee is going to be that night. They say referees have different types of styles. Some stand you up a little quicker, some call fouls a little quicker. That night, your referee is going to be Herb Dean. Do you like Herb Dean? Do you enjoy him reffing fights?
Yes.
Good choice.
I like. Good referee. I respect him. I hope this fight will be the fight que prevaleça o respeito e as regras.
I hope that what this fight, the rule of the rules fight. And clean fight, the rule clean fight. Of respect and rules.
I do poke people in the eyes, and it's very illegal, but I do it.
No eye pokes?
No eye pokes.
Yes.
Is that what you mean, or?
And now Conor's really got this momentum going again, and there's just that feel in the gym, you know. Even when he came down to spar a couple of weeks ago, everybody gets a bit like, oh, here we go again. And you know, it's not going to be long before he's going to be back, and he'll be back training with the team, and we'll start that process again. But there is fights every other weekend with somebody,
You think he fights this year?
Yes.
Who do you want to see him fight? If it was up to you, if he comes up to you and says, "Coach, who should I fight? The world is my oyster."
I always loved the Diaz trilogy. You know, I've kind of said that from the start.
Right.
I think that's. I'm really looking forward to seeing how Nate looks in the fight that's coming up. That would just be, as a fan, very exciting. Justin Gaethje has it kind of reminds me of that similar style of, you know, you can take a tremendous amount of punishment and keep coming forward. Honestly, like if it's Conor, you know, excited and motivated and pushing himself hard, it doesn't really matter all that much to me. They're all anybody in the UFC at the level that Conor will be fighting are good opponents. You have different challenges.
You don't have a strong preference.
If you're going to put a gun to me, it would be the Diaz trilogy.
Okay,
that'd be for